Hello, hello, and welcome to the space between ideas. I'm Blank Gates. We got an exciting program for you today. Let's see what's going on. So I'm just going to share the entire screen because we want to see if we made progress. Okay, so we're going to open up. First thing we're going to do is open up Docker. It's going to start running in the background. Everything's good. Everything's happy. Everything's joy. Then we're also going to open up Cursor. We're going to hop over to the Notion page where we have our, well, I don't need to open it again, where we have our master prompt, the cursor master prompt. Okay, so we're going to select all. We're going to copy that. Now, as you can see, our localhost 301 is down. Our localhost 3000 is down. Oh, our Superbase should be up now that Docker's up. All right, so Docker's up, so that brings up our Superbase because we're doing a. All right, now we're going to pop in our super prompt, our master prompt. And this was like I think we had to do this 9 times before it could just do it on the first try. Okay, so the directory has been successfully set. And then they check everything like that. There's no need to source. We've got their local Superbase stack. Superbase is running. Verify Superbase configuration. Doing the front end application logout and perform detailed verification. What's that? What the heck just happened? Does it log in? Start front end application. Log out output and perform detailed verification. Now I will attempt to start the front end of the application as a background process and log its output. Check full log. Display the entire content of the log. Key findings. The log shows we're up. Looks like it's still generating. Anyways, now we're going to jump over to our local host 3000. Boom, bada boom, bada bing. We got test user number 6 is somehow logged in. Test user 6 is right here. There we go. Now, it looks like it's still working on something, but anyways, while it's working, let's open up our Windsurf. There's nothing in the terminal. So it doesn't necessarily look like. There we go. What happened? The server responded like this. Okay, return this. Attempt this. Now I don't know what it's doing, but I don't really care. So let's get our other one up. Now remember we changed it to 3.5 Sonnet. Why? Because I got tons of credits, and also the ChatGPT 4.1. There's nobody who's saying that ChatGPT 4.1 is better than Claude. So why use it? Like, what's the point? I'm not actually testing which model is the best. I'm trying to figure out if I can build this app using Windsurf. I'm not wondering if I can build Windsurf with 4.0 or 4.1 GPT. So why not use the best model available? All right, so what do we got? We got, well, then you could ask the same question. You could say, okay, well, why don't you use Claude 3.7 Sonnet or one of these other ones? Here's ChatGPT 4.1. Apparently, it's not possible to use ChatGPT 4.1. All right, so the whole app is operational. And 4.1 is not an option here, but that might be because of the settings. If we jump into our settings, then maybe models. See, I wonder if they got the new. Okay, let's turn this one off. And then turn this one on. Huh. See, we got 4.1 selected over here, but 03. Anyways, we'll just keep it at the newest model over here. Okay, we got everything. Now rules, this time I didn't add any rules. Oh, what the heck? I got a whole list of rules. Jeez. I didn't even ask. Let's just pop this into. Let me just check this one. Is this one up and ready? The development environment is fully operational. And it should be over here on 3001. Yep, there we go. Okay, so everything's up and ready to go. Let's just pop the hood on this one. So all the apps, I had to catch up Replete. I did a little bit of work last night. I just started adding these prompts. So they're all supposed to be kind of in the same place. And now, maybe I could show you what happened. Okay, here. So I want you to start it up on 3001. We just did that with Windsurf. So then what happened? So I'll help you initialize, verify the development environment. Okay, so it's still working with the master prompt. And then that's fantastic. We got the revised Windsurf master prompt work perfectly. So we got both prompts working perfectly. I've created a features page with the following. Okay, I pasted this from Cursor, it looks like. No, Windsurf. Windsurf has successfully created this page. To help begin Windsurf project parity with Cursor, the next step is to create the page file for the modules page. Okay, I've created the modules page. Okay, so Windsurf. And then what? And then the projects page with a comprehensive layout. Okay, then it created the projects page. Before this step with Cursor Replete, is Replete also caught up? Okay, so it's asking what's going on with Replete. Now, I do have a question about Replete because here, like I have two users because we tested both of those. We tested this one on 3000. We tested this one on 3001. So we have a user already created in these apps. But with Replete, we do not have, if we check the, the database, my data, I don't even know how to look at it exactly. I suppose on my data, modules, project, scoreboard, tasks. I don't know what's in here exactly. Here, ID and name. We didn't test the sign-in process with Cursor yet. Okay, so this is what we did so far. This is from sprint number 2. These are the 3 steps that we did. And then I said, okay, well, I would like you to watch. So this is what I asked it to do. I would like you to watch how the 3 systems understand and implement your prompts. I think the best way to do that is to create specific milestones through the sprint and have all 3 reach the milestone before going to the next milestone. You can proceed from here as you think is best based on this principle. So then it says, okay, so our new working principle is we define specific milestones within each sprint. All 3 development environments must reach the current milestone before we proceed to the next one. My role as a liaison AI is to guide you through achieving these milestones in each environment, allowing you to observe and compare. Okay, so it's like done, 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 done. Next up for Cursor is this. And also this is the same for the next up for Windsurf is this. And replete environment. So it's like, is your replete project for guidance currently running? Do you have this? Do you have that? So I took these 3 things and then I put it into replete, and then replete says whatever this says. I have no idea. Based on your, okay, so then it asks those questions, and then, okay, thank you for providing a detailed update on replete's environment. So based on my understanding, here's the Prisma schema, running status, startup, post configuration. So we may need to change this, but we'll see. So then it says, okay, here's the things we need to work on. And then I just pasted the image. Oh, thanks for, okay, so it shows that we got this going on. And then it says paste this into Replete Assistant. And then does all the ideas have a copy of the brand book? It says, this is a very important question. Okay, so yes, we both have a copy of the brand book. The IDEs don't inherently have a copy of your brand book. The AI assistants with Cursor, Windsurf, Replete, these AI assistants operate with their own context within the IDE. They do not automatically share context with me or the architect AI, nor automatically know all the files in your projects. Okay, you need to provide that information to them directly within their respective chat interfaces. My prompts, when I give you a prompt to create modifying UI, I'll try to incorporate key aspects from the brand guideline. Okay, there you go. So I'm not so worried about it right now. I mean, so it's saying I just need to remind it to follow the brand guidelines when it comes to some kind of like UI. All right, so then this is back and forth with Replete. And now with Replete, when I actually replied with the code. Why? Because it's actually a lot more difficult to copy Replete than I was expecting. Because I will tell it to do something. And I don't know, this looks like a lot of copying and pasting. Okay, so for example, something in here. I don't even know what that is. All right, so here, so I'll help you to create the dynamic modules for each specific project. I'll use Tailwind to do this and lay out the structure. Now, as you can see, so this was my request. This is the specific request from the liaison, Gemini, and it gives some pretty specific like what it should look like. And then it says, okay, I'll help you create that. And then there's a checkpoint. So all I got was this one line. So I clicked that line, and then it shows me this. It shows me the code. So I decided just to copy the whole code and then go back in and paste it into Cursor. Or not Cursor, Gemini, the liaison. And it actually seems to like that it showed the entire code base because of the code that it created. Because then it's like, oh, okay, I know exactly what happened. Here, so thank you for sharing the detailed log from your Replete session. It provides a comprehensive history of how Replete was configured. So it's actually providing the liaison with much, much more context than, I think this is the end. Yeah. All right, so I just wanted to, so I've copied the prompt you provided, and before I give you the response, I wanted to mention that Cursor allows adding rules to be added as context for when the AI agent creates code and works in the system, do you think that the out-of-box cursor using using Gemini 2.5 Pro, using Gemini 2.5 Pro is good enough, or do these additional rules that I've added help? Should we communicate with the AI IDE and ask if the rules are helpful, or what their internal rules are right now, or modify these rules? Share your thoughts and whether we should also discuss this with the architect. Here are the rules I found in the IDE that I added a few months ago. All right, now here's my rules. So we got okay. So it goes through some pretty detailed rules. Always follow the user's instructions precisely, clarify unclear instructions before proceeding. Never assume missing details. Use best practices or request clarification. Generate pseudo and complex tasks and request user confirmation before coding. Directly generate code for simple tasks while providing a brief explanation. Ensure logical structuring of code before implementation. Ensure all required functionality is fully implemented before marking a task complete. Validate the following before finalizing. All necessary imports are included. No missing logic or placeholders. Code runs without errors. Perform an AI-driven self-review check before marking complete. Enforce clean, readable, and modular code structure. Prefer module functions unless inline code improves simplicity. Use clear descriptive variables and function names. Auto-format code to maintain consistency. Enforce standard naming conventions, including prefixing event functions with handle. Auto-generate unit tests for critical functions. Validate code against common runtime errors before submission. Ensure error handler is robust and includes necessary safeguards. Recommend improvements for better error management. Suggest performance optimization, but only apply them automatically if they do not reduce readability. Request user confirmation before applying optimizations that significantly change logic. Perform minor refactors automatically to enhance clarity. Provide explanations for complex logic, but avoid excessive verbosity. Offer explanation only when necessary when the user requests clarification. Auto-generate documentation comments for complex functions. Okay, then it gives it a step-by-step workflow enforcement. So it first provides the rules, and then it gives the rules again. But in this case, they do it from the perspective of like a step-by-step workflow, right? So you can see it's like exactly the same. It seems almost a little bit more simple. Anyways, I'm going to check this. All right, so while we're waiting, I'm just going to copy this. It says to pop it into Cursor. All right, now what I really want to do is I want to run all three windows at the same time, because I think Google Gemini can handle modern function models like Gemini 1.5. Oh, I said 2.5, didn't I? These explicit rules you've added are most certainly very helpful and beneficial. Here's why. They explicitly reinforce behaviors you value, even if the model knows these principles. They allow you to tailor the AI's behavior in your specific project needs and preferences. The rules define a clear contract for what you expect from AI. Asking if the rules are helpful to it. You can certainly provide these rules as context to the Cursor's AI. It'll likely acknowledge them and state their clarity instructions are beneficial. However, it can't really assess their helpfulness. Large language models don't operate based on a human readability list of explicit rules like traditional software. They learn patterns and relationships. This rules you've drafted is very comprehensive and well thought out. I would suggest using them as initially as you can iteratively refine them based on your experience. Share your thoughts about whether we should also discuss this arc. I think the rules are excellent. They cover the aspects of this. Yeah, this is a good idea. The architect is responsible for the overall tech. Should we proceed with you giving Cursor the prompt for updating this? Well, I already did. Okay, so now we're starting to get some speed behind us. So we got our brand rule reminder. We got our cursor rules. Everything seems fine. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to copy this message. My hope is that it's going to pop out a replete prompt and a windsurf prompt. And then I'll just, pop those prompts into those development IDEs, and then we'll be on our way. I don't know. I feel like this sprint is just almost over, and it just started. I don't know. Did I just do that? All right, let's jump into windsurf. Copy that. There we go. So now it's just a regular day of copy and paste. Regular day of copy and paste. Regular day of copy and paste. You can proceed to let Cursor execute based on the prompt I last provided. Then we'll review the code. Okay, so it's asking. Now what? I mean, is this the thing that it did? Is this what I just pasted? I don't even know if it's what I just pasted. Okay, you see? So in this case, what I do is I go to the actual code, I click Unified, select all. Oh, that's not what I want. Select all. We're gonna go copy. All right, check this out. So we're gonna go replete, paste. We're gonna go accept, copy, cursor, paste. Then we're gonna go accept all. Where's that one called? Windsurf. Windsurfer. Paste. Boom. Right. So this is a lot of weight, right? This is heavy because it's like trying to do the same thing for 3 different projects on 3 different systems at the same time in the same prompt, right? All right, the cursor is ready to go. Pop that in there. We got the newest preview model. It's cursor. Got windsurf. And we got replete. All right, so it looks like it's still working over there. And it's still working over here. Yeah, so I'm not really happy about the copy and paste functions. Okay. Command A. Okay, I'm gonna have to start learning how to do that. Command A. There we go. There we go. Okay, so I mean, is it useful to do all three at the same time? Because suddenly now I have this period where we're not doing anything. What? Verify standardized, could you please? Relay. How do you say relay? Relay. All right, so I'm getting the feeling that we gotta kind of let. Also, like doing all three at the same time, it puts a lot of I guess puts a lot of stress on my computer. So, like for example, in this window right now on um, okay, cursor. This one's for cursor. I don't know. Is it still working? Hello, Gordon. What are you up to? I got Gordon some medicine yesterday. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, this is the issue, see, because it just looks like it didn't do it. All right, now let's paste this. Unified. Click in here. All. Copy. Okay, this is the output from Replete. Looks good. Replete has successfully imported this, which is preferred this, implement this. It's proactively done this. This styling is done like this. The task complete. Cursor, Windsurf have all implemented. We must ensure that all three environments are using identical correct superbase integration file. We are about to get the content of this from your cursor environment. Uh-oh. I advise you instruct cursor to proceed with reading this. Windsurf. After Windsurf applies this, please ask it to confirm the file has. After Replete applies this. What? It's the wrong one. Replete. All right, so you can kind of see how we're kind of now in the main portion of our sprint. We got everything working in tandem. Everything seems to be able to work at it slowly but surely. Okay, so that's gonna do that. So there you go. I mean, from this perspective, from where we are right now, it looks like we're at the point I can't actually copy this. Anyways, yeah, I think everything's fine. I think we're gonna take a little break. I wonder if I'm still even sharing my screen. It's crazy. It stopped sharing my screen. Didn't see any of that. That's ridiculous.